Once again, we find ourselves up in the early hours of a Saturday morning, waiting in a car park at a service station to meet with some people I met on the internet. Yeah, that doesn't sound great, does it? But it's not as dodgy as it sounds. We're on our way to Supercharged Saturday, hosted by the Jaguar Breakfast Club up at the British Motor Museum in Gaydon. A bit of a convoy's been arranged and already the numbers are building up. I think we're expecting about 20 people here today, and then we're going to all convoy up to the British Motor Museum. So I'm going to grab myself a coffee, we're going to jump in the car and we're going to make our way up there. As always guys, I do appreciate the support the channel gets, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down the bottom and stay tuned. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up, but the convoy has started and the exhaust pops and bangs and the crackles. It's just the soundtrack up the M40 at the moment and it sounds incredible. So we've set off from the services. We've got about 50 minutes left of driving. We're a little bit split up at the moment, so we're just regrouping, and I don't know if the microphone's picking that up, but all I can hear behind me and all I can hear in front of me is just exhausts and explosions. It's incredible. Oh man, I really want an SVR. So for those of you that don't know, Supercharged Saturday is a meet that is hosted by the Jaguar Breakfast Club, and I'll put their link down in the video description. Jaguar Breakfast Club are hosted once a month up at the British Motor Museum, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's Jaguars and breakfasts, two very good things. It's a very well organised event. They do rely on volunteers, so if you're watching this video and you do go to the Jaguar Breakfast Club, please think about volunteering some time to help them sort all the cars out on arrival. I know they're very appreciative of the help. But for now, let's continue with some raucous exhaust noise. Now Will at Too Tall to Drive, I'll put his channel down on the bottom of the screen now, recently did a clip on the loudest F-Type, which I'm currently sat behind, and my eardrums know about it. That thing is insanely loud. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick up on this, but you can I can't hear my own exhaust over the top of it, and I'm in my car. And the car is clean. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. The car got incredibly filthy on that somewhat spirited drive up here, but the car's clean. We're going to head into the live arena in a second, but first I've got 25 minutes. I'm going to grab a coffee and have a quick walk around. Now I was just toying with where to start, and I found exactly where I want to go, because not only have I recently done a video on the facelift F-Pace, but this is the same colour as mine, my daily, although in just a bit more of a potent version, and that thing is stunning. Look at that. I don't need two supercharged 5 litres in my life, but if I could only have one car, and I'm very lucky to have two, if I could only have one, I think this would be it. I feel like this might be the most visited vehicle at the show today, not without good reason. Lots of F-Types as far as the eye can see. Look at that, literally everywhere. Love that number plate. That's a lovely example of an R. Carbon ceramic discs on that, that looks beautiful. I've just come out the live arena. That was good, nice to chat to them about the car. Very kind of the Jaguar Breakfast Club to have me along to talk today. I'm going to go for a little walk around. There's some trade tents here, as you can see behind me, various different vendors with their trade tents today. Let's have a little walk around and see what we can find. I recognise this. We've got a Raptor Customs and another Raptor Customs car. I reckon somewhere there's probably a dud. There he is. How are you doing, Dud?
Mr. GB, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, mate. I'm very good. You got a couple of cars here today?
I've got 9. There's 6 here. There's 3 more scattered elsewhere. And there was going to be a 10, but sadly it's got poorly injectors and it's still in the workshop. But never mind, maybe on the next one, hey?
Nice, nice. Do you want to talk us through what you got here today?
Sure. So we have a Raptor XFR 650 over there. It's come all the way from Wales and he's got lots of modifications on that, and that drives epic. Absolutely love that. Can't drive it without a grin.
Love it.
I'll be here all day speaking about this one. This is my own XF Project 700 wide body, and lots of custom fabrication going on this. Full respray, custom bonnet, wheels, brakes. It's going to be spitting flames and over 700 horsepower by the time it's done.
So you've got a video series on this one, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got a little YouTube series on this one, so if you want to give that a follow, that's appreciated.
Nice.
Raptor Customs.
Epic. And talk to me about this one here.
This one was finished at 8 o'clock last night in the normal fashion. And this one made a massive 696 horsepower on the dyno. It's got our recently developed level 4 Raptor tune kit on it, and we've uplifted it into like an RS style with extra carbon and stuff like that as well.
That is beautiful.
It's first little outing, and yeah, stunning in the sun.
Very nice, thank you, Dud. So you've got your own channel. I'll pop that down the bottom of the screen now for you.
Appreciated,
so
sir.
If you are watching, please do go and check out Dud's channel for some epic content. I've been following the XF build here with some real enthusiasm. Can't wait to see that finished, Dud. When do you think it's going to be?
Oh, blimey. Do I have to give you a time frame?
No.
You just got keen viewers, you just have to keep checking.
Love it, love it. So what a treat bumping into Dud today here. He's out in force. He's not just bought one car, he's bought many. Thank you, Dud, for taking the time to speak to us today. Go check out his channel. I'll drop a link in the description. He's down there. Go and check it out for some great content. Let's see what else is around here. A very clean example of an S-Type R. I actually used to have an S-Type. It was a 3-litre V6, but I loved that car. I always lusted after the R, and that is an incredibly clean example. That is very nice. I've just come across this absolute beaut hidden away up the end with the non-supercharged cars. My ignorance is going to shine through here. I believe this is a D-Type, signified by the pod behind the driver there, but that thing is just stunning. Look at that, I'd love one of those. There's just supercharged cars as far as the eye can see. I'll tell you what, I'd love to know how many combined brake horsepower are in this car park today. Drop down in the comments what your guess is, and at the end of the video I'll say the number I think. We've got no way of calculating this, it's just a bit of fun. Seeing some of the usual suspects here this month. Again, this is beautiful, the wrap on this car, beautiful deep purple. I don't even think the camera is going to do that justice. It's like a candy purple colour, it's beautiful. So the theme for today's meet is Supercharged Saturday. As it says on the tin, if your car's supercharged, you're more than welcome to come along and display it in the supercharged end of the display. If it's not, you are still more than welcome to come, but you just pop your car up the other end. And all you can hear today is a cacophony of exhausts and supercharged wine, the smell of petrol and tyres, and it is fantastic. A couple more wrapped cars. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. A couple more wrapped cars. I originally thought this was fire sand, but I bumped into the chap who owns it. Really nice guy, thank you for saying hello. That's a wrap. You can hear all the cars leaving, epic. That's a wrap, and that looks beautiful. And then this satin grey next to it, again, another wrap, and that looks stunning. So I have just had a chat to the lovely couple that own this car, and they tell me that this is not a wrap. Do you know what? That is beyond beautiful, that colour. That is a factory paint. That's how it came out the factory. And unsurprisingly, look at that. They have won an award. I don't know which award, but well deserved. That is beautiful. And it's good to see Copyrigh Car Club in attendance here today. If you're not familiar with them and what they can offer, go and check them out. Great company run by great people. Give them a look. I'll put their link down in the description as well. Holy smokes, what do we have here? This has had so much done to it. Is it even a Jaguar anymore? That is bonkers. Look at it. So I'm lucky enough to have found two gentlemen responsible for this car here today. Let's introduce them. So hello, today we're talking to
Kev Bourne.
Kev. Hello Kev.
Steve Allen.
Hello Steve. What a car you have here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've got?
It's a Series 3 XJ6 with a big engine.
With a big engine. Just the one?
Just the one
Just
engine.
the one engine, yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about exactly what you've done to the car, what engine's in it?
Well, the engine is a V12 quad cam,
Okay.
and it's based on the legendary XJ13 engine, built in the 50s.
Yep.
And it was a home built one, and it's just shy of 9 litres.
Wow. Wow. And I'm guessing from the parachute that you have on the back, it's churning out quite a bit of power.
It is, but we don't know how much.
Don't know how
We
much.
haven't managed to get a reading yet to cook the dynometer.
It could, so you haven't found a dyno that can handle the car.
No, not yet.
Wow. Have you managed to get much track time in the car?
Yeah, we've done a lot of testing with it, but it's kind of hard to find that length of space to run it. So we've been on runways, we've been on the beach at Pendine.
Wow. Yeah.
But just not enough room. We need 4 miles.
4 miles.
Yeah, 4 miles is going to be minimum for it.
Wow.
Just to wind it up there and then a mile to stop.
That's incredible. And what's been the most challenging part of this build for you?
Every bit.
Every bit of it.
every bit of. No, I would say the engine, because it is. I know we said right at the beginning it's only got one engine, but it's actually 2 XJ6 engines on a common crank.
Wow, and that's why I asked the question, because I heard rumours that could be the case.
That's it, yeah. Which is easier said than done. So yeah, the left-hand engine is basically reversed, or the cylinder head is reversed.
Yep.
And the right one is actually stretched forward, and then that brings all the timing chains in line.
Wow.
And yeah, there's a million other things in there as well. We could be here for days.
And I'm going to guess you don't cook something like this up overnight. How long has this taken to build?
The engine took 2 years to build.
Okay.
Just on and off and in between jobs, and yeah, maybe 2 or 3 years for the car and it all to come together.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today.
No
really
problem.
appreciate that. Is there anywhere people can go online to find out more about this car?
Yeah, the car's called a Jaguar called Alfred.
That's on Facebook.
Yep.
YouTube, there's videos of the car being built.
Yeah, and there's a website as well.
Yeah.
And what I'll do, I'll put a link to your YouTube down in the description of this video so people can go and find your channel there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, both. Well, what a treat. We met a Jaguar named Alfred, the two gentlemen responsible for that absolute unit of a car. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me today, gents. That was a pleasure. Now, this featured in a previous video. I was looking at all the carbon accents and details in this. But today, the bonnet's up, and it is no surprise that that is tucked under the windscreen wiper. Look at that. That is just something else. It is so clean. I genuinely think the paint on this plastic is in better condition than the paint on my car. That is incredible. We found a twin. You do not see many in the grey with the fixed spoiler and the black pack. You don't see many of those at all. We have found our twin. I can't even compare. We're right over there somewhere, but yes, nice. So I've just been obsessing over our twin down the way there, and we've found our triplet, which is Gary, Say hi, Gary. Hi. Gary's F-Type R, which I'm biased, of course I'm biased because it's very similar to mine, but this thing is beautiful. So I've seen 3 today, including mine, which is more of these than I've seen ever. So that's really good to see today. Again, another matte wrap on this beautiful XJR. I do believe that's the long wheelbase as well. That is lovely. That's convinced me that I definitely need to paint my calipers yellow. Gary, if you're watching, yes, thank you. I do need to repaint my calipers. Thank you for letting me know. I totally agree. I do need to paint those yellow, absolutely. Talk about being an imposter. They're lining up all of the cars who've won in their categories today. And they've lined them up in front of where I'm parked, so there you go. Talk about being an imposter. So that concludes another month at the British Motor Museum with the Jaguar Breakfast Club. This month it was Supercharged Saturday, and I'll tell you what, there's been such a fantastic mix of vehicles here. It's been really enjoyable. I've been truly humbled by the number of people that have come over and said hello to me. If you're one of those people, thank you so much. I really do enjoy speaking to all of you, seeing your cars, hearing your stories, so that's been great. But as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the support the channel gets. So if you're not already, do drop a sub by hitting that button down the bottom, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. So earlier on, I asked how many brake horsepower do you think is at this event today? Honestly, there's absolutely no way of calculating this, accurately. Let's say, what, 400 average brake horsepower per supercharged car, depending on the age. Let's say there's 300 cars. Do the maths on that. That would be my guess, but let's see what the comments say.